Oh jeez. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Asia and welcome back to TheAsjaEffect. And yes, it has been a while. I don't even want to get into it. So many things happened, but we're just gonna hop right into this video because I don't even feel like talking about all the stuff that's been happening for the past like month and a half, 2 months. So basically today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be explaining my third song, Here For Me. Now since its release on November 29th, it has gotten about like 85, 83 views or something like that. And hey, like it actually did somewhat well for a song by some no-name person, and yeah. So without further ado, I guess we'll just get right into explaining all the lyrics.
I think it's time that we switch up the scene, put your sad, you're coming as a drugged up scene.
So with that first line, I know that there was a little bit of concern, you know, with the whole like drugged up teen thing and like all that madness. But if I'm completely honest, when I was writing this song, it was like September, and during September of last year is when all of like the diss tracks were happening and stuff. And I listened to them, like I know pretty much all of them by heart. But there was this one line in Mini Mentor's diss track towards Comedy Shorts Gamer where he says this.
Now I think it's time we switch up the scene. Picture Deji Olatunji and a drugged up team.
And I was like, geez, that line kind of banged. Like, let me see if I can put this and like kind of switch it up so I can give this rap a nice little start.
Been through hell and back in this bad 3 years since about time to talk about my so-called peers.
So when it comes to adding people, who is this song about and blah blah blah. Alright, basically here's how I see it. If you think it's about you, then it probably is. If you don't think it's about you, it's probably not. So let's just leave it at that, basically.
Said you were here for me, but where are you now? I've been waiting since you said that shit, been looking up and down. Said you were here for me, but I've been around. No one believes you till you're gone and you're 6 feet under the ground.
Now, the chorus is pretty self-explanatory, but for the most part, it's just saying, basically, okay, people will swear up and down that they are here for you no matter what, but at the same time you could be showing these very obvious symptoms of just weakness and sadness, and then it's like, hey, where'd you go? You said you'd be here. And then it's like things can get like so bad and like nobody cares, and the next thing you know you're dead. And then that's when everybody decides to care, and they're like, oh my gosh, I wish that this person would have said something, when they have been showing these very obvious signs this like the entire time.
It's a serious problem, but no one seems to ever listen. It's always save the youth. I started a petition. It ain't that simple. It ain't long division.
So people always just try to make it into this just big complicated thing, and it doesn't have to, you know, be that complicated. You know, like there's always all these petitions and all these protests, and basically like, oh, save the youth. Our youth is depressed and all this madness and whatnot. And I'm just trying to say that most of this could all be resolved if when you say that you're here for somebody, that you're actually there for them. That could save so many lives just in that.
Let's start with the parents. They say you can always come to me, but as soon as you say something they don't like, it turns out they're now in a hurry.
Now come on everybody, how many times have your parents said, hey, you can come to me about anything? And the simple fact of the matter is you can't. Parents are some of the judgiest people on the planet, right? And it's like, even when you like work up the courage to go talk to your parents about something, and it's like they always have some type of excuse, is basically what I'm trying to say. Like if they aren't into what you're saying, they will find some type of excuse, like, oh, I'm really busy, I have to do this, we'll talk about it later. You all know where I'm coming from when I say this.
Then there's your peers, the worst of the local breads. I'm always here if you need to chat, but you're the one leaving me on red. What's up with that?
Pretty self-explanatory. Basically what this whole thing is about. Friends are the main people who do this crap. They say, I'm here for you, and then like you decide to text them one day because you need help, and then like they leave you on red, or they don't care, or there's just no help whatsoever. So
face these facts, screw your friends, let me pick up the slack. Know that you can always hit me up and I'll always have your back.
So there's me, and I try to be a pretty good person most of the time. It's like, sure, it's like, even if we haven't been like that good of friends or on good terms, if you come to me and you say that you need help, it's like, come on now. Like, I'm not the type of person to just be totally rude. It's like, please come to me with anything, right? And I'm just saying that if your friends are whack, hey, screw them. Come to me and I will always have your back.
Let me clear some things up before I face some heat. When I say here for me, I mean here for me. Not there for me, really here for me.
Now, in my opinion, this is the most like banger line of the entire song. Because, all right, when I say here for me, right, be here for me, I'm saying when I say here for me, be here for me. Not there for me, really here for me. You guys know what I'm saying. It's like, you can say you're here for me, quote unquote, but when I'm having a problem, I don't want you to be here for me. I want you to be right here, not wherever you are, because the best way to help somebody is to be there. Oh, and also with this line, it was also a reference to another diss track that happened a few months ago. This one was Bazinga's diss track towards, I think, KSI, but I could be wrong about that. And here's a clip of that for comparison.
I never thought I'd see the day when one of the biggest channels would fade away, and by fade away, I don't mean fade away.
So yeah, not as like big of a quote unquote ripoff, but I still basically got that like style of line from that diss track.
To the few of you who ride with me and vibe with me, no apology. I thank you, I really do. The world needs more people like you.
Self-explanatory. This is just basically a little thank you to all the people who have been there for me. You know, that's awesome. And also in the part where I say ride with me and vibe with me, okay, so vibe with me is actually the name of the instrumental that is used, so I thought that that was a cool little way to just, you know, put that in with the rest of it.
Cause I've seen way too many times a chick with some whack ass friends that'll sell her out in seconds just for fun. Well, I'm done with that.
And again, this little situation that I said, you know, it's a pretty common thing. A person will have these friends and they'll just dump them, and then this person just really needs some help, and you know, like, it's a whole little fiasco.
If you don't want certain people in your life, just tell them that, because I'm done complaining. Hope you enjoyed those bars I spat.
Now this is just straight up. If you do not want people in your life, if you know you are not going to be there for them, tell them that. And just get rid of them. You don't need these unnecessary people in your life who are just constantly going to bring you down. And then I'm just basically like, I've said pretty much everything that I need to say. So hope you enjoyed those hashtag bars that I just spat. And that, my friends, is here for me. It did not take all that long to write. I basically wrote it like all on like bus rides to and from school and stuff, because, you know, like, that's when I'm most in the zone, not doing anything else. I could just focus on it. And fun facts. I guess the first fun fact is I got the idea of this song. I remember I was sitting in my garage one night and I was on the phone with somebody, and then basically they were just like, blah blah blah, I'm here for you, all this, and I'm just like, no you're not, why are you telling me this? And yeah, that's basically where this came from. If this person like happens to watch this, I mean, hey, you probably know who you are, oopsies, but hey, you're the reason why I wrote this song, so I guess thanks. Second fun fact is I actually, in the beginning, I planned on singing the chorus, but then I was like, that's a bad idea, because my vocal range is very like, say that like this is like a normal person's vocal range from like low to high, like my vocal range is like here. So that wouldn't have really gone over well, so I decided to just kind of said you were here for me, but where are you now? Yeah, and it was like kind of gross, but at the same time I actually really like the song, and I hope that you did as well. But I think I'm actually done. If you have any questions about the song, you can leave them in the comments below, and I'm happy to be back, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, you can give it a like if your heart ever so desires, and you can subscribe if you want. But until then, I will see you guys next Wednesday with another video. Goodbye.